So the key word there is what? Why? Ask yourself why until you can't answer anymore, and now you've got the essence of what you want. You want success in this business? Why? You want to make more money? You want money? Why? You want security? Why? What you want to do is get down to a feeling, because feelings are like a magnet that attracts. Reality. What stops you? And here's some discoveries I made. There's really two emotions that we experience as human beings, basically lumped into love and fear. Let me just explain both of them from my definition. Love is like when you're walking out into nature and you know how you feel that, just like that perfect moment? I mean, you might even be driving down the freeway and it just feels like everything is wonderful in your life. You just feel connected. Maybe you're with your children. You feel connected. That's that feeling of love. That's when we start to attract things. Now, on the other side, fear. Fear is basically this: taking a past experience, something that's happened to us in our past. It doesn't even have to be related, but taking a past experience, projecting it into the future with the anticipation of it happening again, and then experiencing it in the moment. That's what fear is. Now, fear could be doubt, it could be worry, it could be rejection. Maybe you made a presentation and your experience was less than positive. And you don't want it to happen again, so you project it into the future and you experience it in the present. So that's fear. And we all experience fears all the time. Fear is anything less than loving toward ourselves. So those two emotions. And it's really what I call a question of honor. A fellow called me one time from down in Texas, and he said, it was kind of an acquaintance. He said, Jim, he said, I know you've had a lot to do with home-based businesses, and he said, I just want to run one by you and see what you think about it. So he started telling me about this business he wanted to get into, and he said it was going to cost him about $1,200 to get started. I said, why do you want to do it? And he started giving me a list of the things, and I said, why do you want that? And I clarified for him right there on the phone, and he got really excited about why he wanted to do what he wanted to do. And then I said, when are you going to get started? He said, you know, right now, he said, I got a lot of things, a lot of stuff going on in my life. He said, you know, the IRS, he said, they're after me. And he said, I got to get this thing resolved. It's just taking a lot of my energy. And he said, my divorce is kind of almost final. He said, as soon as that's done. He said, and they're downsizing at my company. And he said, I may get cut, but I'm not sure. And he went through about 5 things. And I said, could I ask you a question? He said, sure. I said, which do you honor the most? Your stuff or your vision of what you want your life to be? He said, well, my vision, of course. I said, then get started today. And he went through his list again. And I don't think he ever got started. So my question to you is, which do you honor the most? Your stuff or your vision? Because here's what I know about stuff. Once you work through all of this set of stuff, you work through all of that, you're going to have a whole new set of stuff to deal with. See, you show me somebody that's in life, that's alive, and doesn't have stuff, and I'll show you somebody that doesn't have a pulse. You're always going to have stuff. It's how we deal with the stuff. It's what we honor. And we can choose to honor our stuff. We can choose to honor a no that somebody gives us. We can choose to honor our bank account that's lacking. Or we can choose to honor our vision of how we would like to have our life to be. I coined a word, I call it, to kind of replace positive and negative for me, because that didn't work for me. I coined a word called resourceful. Resourceful. And if you look up the true definition of resourceful, resourceful, here's what it means. Once again, full of source. Now, if you take source and you look up its true definition, it has 2 definitions. Webster defines it as where all things originate. Not some things, all things originate in source, the source. And it's also defined as love. Resourceful, once again full of what you would love to have in your life. So the question is always, am I moving more into resourcefulness or more into non-resourcefulness or fears? That's the 2 emotions.
That's it for today. Tomorrow we're going to talk about a powerful skill that will keep you on the path toward success long after you finish this program. We'll see you tomorrow.